Hello and welcome to Peak Performance Selling, the only sales clinic in the Middle East. I'm Dr. Anand Menon, your host and sales doctor on this channel. Now, as you go through this channel, if you like some of the videos that you see here, I would encourage you to hit the like button and share it with your friends on your social media platforms. You see, I'm a firm believer that those who know have the moral responsibility to share with those who don't. So let's become ambassadors of knowledge and share what we learn with our friends. And I want to thank you in advance for doing that. Welcome back. In my previous video, I discussed the importance of having a good sales structure or a good sales process. But I ended that video with a question. And the question was this: how do you make more money in sales? And I want to answer that question for you in this video. So this video actually is a second part to the first one. So if you haven't seen the first video, I would strongly recommend that you watch that video first before you come to this. That video is on the importance of having a structured sales process. So now back to the question. How do you make more money in sales? You see, I've asked this question to a lot of salespeople. I've even asked it to a lot of senior level directors or entrepreneurs. And most people are not able to give me the right answer. I get answers like to close more deals. I get answers like hire the right kind of people, train your people effectively. Those are all great reasons, but they do not guarantee consistency. The way to make more money in sales is to ensure consistency so that you can make your planning effective. Now, as a salesperson, you've heard the term sales cycle. A sales cycle basically is the entire process from the time you contact a lead the first time till the moment he closes the deal and signs on the dotted line. That's the length of your sales cycle. Now, depending on your industry or product, it could be a day to 6 months. It depends on the kind of product that you're selling. But the only really effective way in your control to earn more money or make more money in sales is to reduce the length of your sales cycle. You see, how do you make more money? By increasing the volume of the sale as well as the value of the sale. Now, in every sales organization, it is a time-bound job. So you have the first of the month to the 30th of the month. At the end of the 30th, the counter winds down to 0 and a new month starts. So you have a limited time frame within which you have to achieve your results. So if you can work on your sales process and make it more and more effective, you can reduce the length of your sales cycle so you can fit more sales cycles into a limited time frame. And that's how you increase the volume as well as the value. Now that is in your control if you analyze what you do in your sales engagements and your sales transactions so that you can make the process more effective. Most of the salespeople I come across and I ask them, what is it that is stopping you from working at peak levels of performance or achieving your targets? I start getting skill-based answers. I need to learn how to convince prospects to come for a meeting. I need to become more effective in managing objections. I want to close deals better. I get all of these questions and I get them because those are important. But we need to analyze whether what we are doing in our selling process is effective. Most organizations, most salespeople today are focusing on efficiency rather than effectiveness. Efficiency rather than effectiveness. And what's the difference between the two? You see, people are looking at structuring their process. They're bringing new technology, software into the picture. There's new analysis. They're looking at data in different ways. They're trying to eliminate some of the errors. They're trying to do things right. Efficiency is doing things right. And organizations are trying to use external sources to make sure that they are doing things right. But effectiveness is doing the right things and doing those things right. Let me say that again, okay? Efficiency is doing things right. Nothing wrong with that, but it's not the complete picture. Effectiveness is doing the right thing and doing those things right. So efficiency is built into effectiveness, but effectiveness is much larger. What you need to be looking for is, if you really want to become good at what you do, is how effective are you in your sales cycle? So let me tell you a story, and this will probably get you thinking in the right direction. For organizations, managers who may be watching this video, this is perfect for you. You need to shift from efficiency to effectiveness. So let me tell you the story of the goose that lays the golden eggs. It's my introduction, by the way. When people ask me, what do I do? My answer is simple. We take care of the goose that lays your golden eggs. So let me give you the story quickly. Most of you have heard it already. There's a farmer, poor, down on his luck, no money at all, barely surviving from day to day. And one day, he finds his pet goose has laid an egg, a golden egg. Now, when he looks at the egg, he doesn't believe it's gold. It looks funny, so he throws it away. But then he has a second thought, and he goes back to the bushes and finds the egg. He says, let me take it to an evaluator and see what this is about. He goes to an evaluator and he finds out that it is pure gold. So the farmer gets very rich very quickly, literally overnight. And now he's a happy camper. The next day, there is another egg, a gold egg. And then the third, and then the fourth. Now the farmer gets rich very quickly, but he wants to get more and more. So he's also greedy. So he wakes up in the morning, takes a knife, goes up to his goose, slits the throat of the goose all the way down to the belly, reaches his hand inside to get the gold, and finds nothing. Now in this little story is the essence of success and effectiveness and consistency of results. You see, for success or effectiveness or consistency, two things are important. Production capability, the health of the goose. And two, performance excellence, the golden egg, your results. You need both. You need production capability as well as the performance excellence. Now, production capability is the health of the goose. It's the quality of your resources. And resources, by the way, are not what brings you success. It's resourcefulness that brings you success. It's what you do with what you have, that's what brings you success. So the health of the goose is important. It's not resources, but resourcefulness that matters. It's what you do with what you've got. So let's take an example. So let's say you have this car and you push the car every day, driving it from point A to point B, and you don't bother about the maintenance of the car. You don't take care of the car. You don't replace the parts that need to be replaced. You don't have the oil and filter changes that are required, and you keep pushing the car simply because you want to go from point A to point B. That's the golden egg. That's the result, point A to point B. But you are ignoring the car, the production capability. What do you think is going to happen after some time? You're right, the car is going to break down. The goose is going to die. So in our greed or in our focus and intent to go after the golden eggs, we are destroying the performance capability or the production capability of the goose. That is not effectiveness. That is not success. We need to take care of the health of the goose as well. Now, let's look at another example. What about yourself? Take a look at your own body. What's going to happen if you work 10 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours a day? You go out and you party and you enjoy 4 to 5 hours a day. You barely sleep 4 to 5 hours a day. You don't go to the gym. You don't drink a lot of water. You take in a lot of toxic substance. You drink a lot. There's so many different things that you do, and you keep pushing your body on a daily basis because life has to be lived. But what are you doing? You're going after the golden eggs, the results. But what's going to happen to the health of the goose? The goose is going to die. That's not effectiveness either. So if we have to become effective, then it means we have to focus on two things, not just the results. Sadly, many organizations, many leaders or managers are focusing on the result, the golden egg, but they are not taking care of the health of the goose. And this is how you become effective. You focus on the resourcefulness of your resources. You train your goose. You look at the selling process. You look at the sales cycle. You look at where you can make it more and more effective so that your salespeople are cutting edge at the top end and the sharp end of the market, so they know exactly what they have to do so that value is delivered to the client, to the company, and to themselves. I would like you to think about this. and take care of the health of your goose. Good luck and happy selling.